Hello humans, Master DinnerFlax here, and today I'm going to be going over some pretty in-depth about Yu-Gi-Oh! And kind of how it's been starting to play recently. Something I've been noticing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been noticing too, is the game has become very, very dependent on Gem Knight Garnet. Not Garnet, and specifically, honestly, just Garnet-like cards. And what I mean by Garnet-like cards are cards that have absolutely no value in the hand, but are an extremely critical piece in the deck. And Garnets aren't new. And honestly, Gemini Garnet has become so vilified of this that this term is honestly being called Garnet at this point. And Garnets in a deck um, aren't even new. Gravekeeper's Descendant is a perfect example. It's pretty shit to draw, but when you get it off Spy back in the day, ooh, that was spicy. But I mean, it's not good now, but you get the idea. It was extremely powerful to do. However, if you drew this card, it was really, really bad, especially if you were just playing a small Gravekeeper's engine, like in Rescue Cat or a few old school Chaos decks. Old school as in like 2010 and 2011. Uh, yeah, it was powerful, but it was extremely lackluster to draw. And another perfect example of back then was Infernities. Want to draw Arcfiend, but damn, did you want to search these? These weren't very good unless it was mid-game to draw. Early game drawing them was kind of rough if you weren't going to empty your hand. And then, of course, the agents. Shine Balls, literally level 2 normal monsters that had 500 attack, and you played 3 of them, and you were so focused on the agent making Gotchi Gotchi 2000. It's like, they were powerful in the deck, but in the hand they were honestly beyond worthless. And what I'm starting to notice about the game is these cards have been around, but Yu-Gi-Oh is slowly depending more and more on these Garnets, so decks are increasing the number of Garnet-like cards, and sometimes they're chaining Garnets. And I'll explain what I mean by that soon enough. Um, World Chalice is a perfect example of Garnet the deck. Um, oh, here's another Garnet. A lot of their cards need to be in the deck or in the hand to be good. I mean, not in the hand. They need certain functions to be good. They're all extenders. There's nothing in the deck that works that isn't a part of the combo or a contributor to the combo. If it's not doing any of those, then you're not playing it. And really, really unfortunate. And I think this is a kind of an issue because it's slowly degenerating the consistency of the game for power, and back and forth is slowly existing in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's slowly becoming less and less of a thing, because if you just brick all your goddamn Garnets, you don't even get to play. And your solution, many people's solution to that is to play more Garnets, and they don't even realize it. To play more unchainable, unusable cards in the hand. And here's a perfect example of what I mean by chaining garnets. Chaining garnets is what I'm going to describe as your combo uses more than one garnet at a time. And here's a perfect example. Let's say you're playing the Predaplant Mrs. Radiant engine that a lot of people are doing in like your Snape Snatch deck. Makes sense. So you normal summon Predaplant, Scorpio, discard a Snape Satchel, and you then summon this card, which you play one of and you can't draw. Okay, nice. And then you're going to search this card, which you don't want to draw. So, okay, so that's two. It's fine to draw this one, but it's not recommended for the combo because it's not ideal. Alright, so there's two. Sending Garnet, 3, and Trick Clown, which you only play one of, so 4. You've already done the Invoker, so that's 5. And one card, you have dedicated 5 different types of Garnets. If you draw a single one of them, your combo's null. Your combo is nothing like it should be. And this should kind of give you an idea of what the problem is. You are giving up literally almost all of your consistency for a power play. And I kind of know why this is happening. It's because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is getting so fast paced that you kind of need to do all these crazy combos just to even play. And then links have made it even worse, where you have to do this. You don't have an option anymore. You have to make all these bad cards in your deck that you don't even want to play. You just have to do them so you can be fast. And it's unfortunate because the more we do this, the less consistent the game is, and the less interaction there is going to be in a game. In a deck full of Garnets, if you just brick draw a bunch of Garnets and no combo, do you know what you do? You admit defeat. You cannot do anything. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Is shifting more and more to that play style. So literally, we will have games where a person does a normal play and the other player loses just because they have all these complete brick fuck cards in hand. And the best they can do is try not to die. And that's unfortunate. And another example, I wanted to show this one too, is Dinosaur, how they link Garnet, chain Garnets. Let's say you get your Dinosaur and you search Miscellaneous Ore. You discard it to get your first Garnet, and then you Synchro Summon, and that searches your second Garnet, because you don't want to draw this. It's pretty mediocre to draw. And then you send your third Garnet, and then when this destroys your Chi-Ren, you summon your fourth Garnet, and then your third Garnet to make this. It's too much. You are devoting too many card slots to cards that are literally undrawable. I guess that's a word, undrawable in your deck. If you draw these cards, you will lose. And that's way too much. There's nothing we can really do about it right now, but all this linking, all this chaining with Garnets, the link mechanic supporting all this chains of Garnets, it's going to make the game become less and less consistent, and it's going to revolve more around sack. Sack luck, like top deck, you didn't draw all your bad cards, so you get to play normally. And it's like, eventually you do have to understand that these combos are not good. They're not consistent. If you play a one of card that if you draw it makes several cards in your deck dead, then you should probably not play that card, or you should play that card at 3. It's not really an intermediate. If a card is important, you should play it as if it's an important card. And this is probably not going to change. This video is probably not going to change anything. But the more and more we focus on building a chain of Garnets, the less and less your deck becomes playable. And you need to notice that. It's cool to do a combo, but if your combo has like 6 or 7 cards that you can't draw, or else the combo becomes null, then it's not a good combo at all. It's just a combo that you will see on a Dev Pro Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro replay, and you'll think, oh, this is cool, and then never look at it again. Seriously. And yeah, this is what I wanted to go over. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you understand this is more of a serious-ish discussion, because I feel like the game is starting to focus on Garnets, and we kind of need to stop that, because these cards aren't good. They just make certain cards playable. And as soon as you understand that, the more you can respect what a Garnet is. So thank you all for watching, and remember, Master DinnerFlax will take your soul.